second part of the DCC Chronicles, charting my conversion to DCC. So in this video I'll be fitting chips to locomotives. As you can see, I've been down to Harbour Hobbies and decided to go down to an actual model shop just so I could get their advice on what decoders and the like. So I've got these Bachmann, see, they were £15.70, which isn't too bad. This is an 8-pin harness 2-function decoder. So these are going into the Class 47 and the 101, which are DCC ready. Now I went for the 2-function one, partly because they're cheaper, and partly because this has no lights and a random coupling attached to it. This has no lights, and this does have lights, but the 2 functions will cover the directional lighting. So I thought there's not much point in buying decoders with extra functions on them. So first off, let's do the 101. So I'll stop the camera and get the body off, because otherwise we might be here a while. Okay, so I'm taking the body off. Now you have to be careful with any multiple unit or coaching stock, because they often have exhaust pipes or ventilation pipes that come underneath here. So if you just rip the body off, then you'll snap them, so you have to be very careful. Now on this one here, we can see the motor is mounted under where the guards compartment is. So let's first of all take off the DCC, the blanking plate, which basically just joins up the circuit to when it's DCC, for when it's running in DC mode. And you see the 8 pins slot into there. So now let's get the decoder out. And these just, no fancy packaging on these, just come in this little box. And here we have the decoder itself and the instruction manual. How to fit it. So I'm just going to read over this and then we'll go ahead and fit it. Okay, so here we have the decoder. It's already in a shrink wrap, a heat shrink rather, case, so you don't have to put any of those DCC jackets on. So to fit it, first off I need to reread the instructions and realise which way around it goes. Okay, so on this it says that top left, you can't see that because it's not focusing in, so use a camera with a manual focus. So this one says that this pin here is number 1, although you can't see that, it's labelled as number 1. On locomotive instructions, and the decoder instructions rather, it says that pin 1, and so pin 1 goes with slot number 1, and pin 1 is the orange one, which means it goes this way around, hopefully. Be very careful with the pins. And that should be it fitted. Obviously I'll need to secure the decoder, but obviously I'll need to test it first. So I'll leave the body off at the moment while I test it. So let's move on to the 47. Okay, so I've taken the body off. This body was very easy to take off. There's just 2 sharp pins in the middle, or clips rather. Now on this, you can see the socket here. There isn't a blanking plate in it like there is in the Hornby one, but instead there's little metal, like almost clips, if you can see that very well. So that acts as a blanking plate. I presume it just saves money or something. So I'll go ahead and take them off with the little screwdrivers when I find the little screwdrivers. So I'm just gonna see if I can prise these off very gently. Come on. Try and not to scratch the board or snap any wires. There you go, that's it coming off. Needs a bit of encouragement. Is it coming? Yep, that's that one out. Now, I'm presuming that's quite boring to watch, so I'll stop the camera and take the other one out. Okay, so I'm taking out the blanking plates, and unlike on the Hornby one, there is no thing telling you where it goes. So I need to do a bit of detective work. So I noticed, as you can see on the circuit board, the paths of where the wires run, and then the green wire comes down to the motor, comes down to the pickups on each end on the left hand side. So if I look on the instructions, it says that motor left is 5, and that's the grey wire, so that'll go in that one. So yeah, so fitting. So it's not quite as simple as the Hornby one, but it's not much of a challenge. Although I'm presuming I've got it right, I haven't actually tested them yet. Okay, so the grey wire goes into... That may be wrong. Okay, so here we are up in the loft by the layout, and as you can see, both trains with their newly fitted decoders are running fine. Well, I've reprogrammed them all, so Loco 004, it says, you probably can't read them on the camera, it says I've named it, you can name them with the dynamis, which is really good. BR for British Rail 47401, which is its number, and then for the Class 101 SBT for Strathclyde Passenger Train, as it says on the side of it, SPT 101692, which is its number. Now, I did have a bit of trouble reprogramming the decoders, and if you might have saw, don't know if you saw, but I put a video up on it of what the problem was, and I got lots of comments from lots of users. Sadly, I deleted the video before I could make a list of all the people that commented, because I was going to give them all individual shoutouts. But sadly, I deleted the video before I could list the comments. So thank you to everyone who's commented, especially What-ass7. That's what as in a measure of power, and ass as in a donkey, and then number 7, who left 2 comments and a personal message with a video link that Hawthorne had done. I think that's the name he pronounces, probably not his YouTube name, but going with Dave's Model Railway that he'd done. So thank you very much to What-ass7. It said in his channel his name's Hugh, so I don't know. He was very helpful, so thank you very much to him. And yeah, so stay tuned for a layout update, because as you can see, the goods loop is finished, and so is the branch line. So I'll be doing a layout update in the next month. So yeah, stay tuned and subscribe for more on the DCC Chronicles.